Good day, Reed here. Thanks for joining me today as I go on my morning walkabout at Orchestra Farm before I start my workday. If you've been watching for a bit of time, you know I got a new hat on my head. Well, I just came back from visiting with my parents and brothers, and they bought a John Deere lawnmower, and they gave me this hat. And I've been actually looking for a summertime hat for work, and they were like, take this, we're never going to wear it. So thanks, Mom, for the hat. I'm not sure that I'll wear it for many of these videos unless John Deere wants to give me sponsorship, which I'm very open to, and I would wear the hat every farm walkabout video if I did have that. So if you're watching out there, John Deere, let me know. Anyway, it was a great trip out to see my parents and my brother, and it was the first time since high school that the three of us were there without, a partner or wife, with at least one of us. And that's practically 30 years. And that was a really stark reminder of how important it is to get together, and the intrigue with what connection is like. Well, that's fascinating. And how do I want to prioritize my future? Ooh, look at that in here the other day, and she, besides the blackberry, weeded the rest of this, so it's just about ready to go. She could have been a little more on the raspberries that are coming in here, but that's all right. And so that recognition of, for varying reasons I won't get into in this video, my father won't be traveling, and therefore my mom won't be traveling out to see us. And this one is I gotta flame the, what do we call this? Our shade cloth in here to put tomatoes. That whole thing will be tomatoes. How exciting! So it is coming together here, and the ground does feel to be firming up a bit. But that means, if I'm going to see my parents, that I ought to travel to them. And we're all getting older, so that's becoming more important. And traveling by myself was actually kind of incredible. Not on the basis of like the flights were easy or whatever, because you're going to West Coast to East Coast, but it was my first time traveling without children since I went to my brother's wedding. And basically I was traveling for about 25 hours with layovers and everything else. And my amazement at how rested I felt. Now, this is a concept I want to relay, which I picked up from some Buddhist teachings a long time ago, which is like, and I want to say sleep is important. However, for this teaching, it's not about sleeping, it's about resting. And recognizing that I was not getting great sleep, but I allowed myself to get a great rest. And that made all the difference in the world. So I didn't really sleep on the first night of the trip with the airport travel, and the next day I didn't take a nap or anything, and did a bunch of activities in the day with my parents and brother, and didn't get to bed until a bit after 9 o'clock at night, which is a usual bedtime for me. Didn't actually get very much sleep. Side story doesn't need to be told. And the next day was up until almost midnight. And then the following day, I was actually traveling again. It was just a weekend trip because I got to get back here to work and support my family. And then it was another 25 hours of travel before getting home, and I think I got to bed probably around 9:30 or so, 10 o'clock that night. And I'm just back into everything. And I was really just grateful to remember that piece around it's not about the sleep, it's about the rest. And so I don't know who out there needs to hear that, but I think a lot of people place, and rightly so, a lot of importance around sleep. But sometimes the sleep sucks for any number of reasons. And the ability to rest, which is the ability to relax, which is something that I'm currently writing about and preparing a PDF, and then we'll see how that might transform into other offerings. Because in this like hustle-centric culture that's out there, and the workaholism that can come, that notion of rest, that notion of being relaxed, can easily fall by the wayside. And back a long time ago, when I went off on my bicycle and spent several years bicycling around North America, one of my focuses was on relaxing. And then I've been putting that into more and more practice under more varied situations. And that ability to relax is kind of one of the most important things we can learn to do. Like, just think about it. Do you make a better decision if you're all fired up from any given angle, or if you're relaxed? Probably the latter. It's just easier to think clearly. And so that ability to be relaxed under any number of circumstances provides for a better life. So look forward to an offering coming about that in the future. And with that, I hope that you all are maintaining relaxed life, that you're getting the rest that you need, and most of all, that you're having too much fun. But I want to say thanks for subscribing to this channel. Thanks for watching the video and being with me here today. All your likes and comments are super appreciated. And once again, have too much fun.